Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another awesome video in store. Some drama between me and Myth. We seem to have different opinions on a certain topic revolving around players in the Fortnite Championship Series. Now, first off, guys, no hate towards Myth at all. He's a great guy and a great streamer, but we do disagree here. He thinks that there is some players in the Championship Series that should be immediately removed and forced to forfeit their spot in the tournament for pretty much trash talking. And as I said, I completely disagree because there's a ton of top tier pro players doing it, specifically like Mongraal and Benji Fishy, and I don't think anybody should forfeit a spot for trash talking, especially the best of the best like Mongraal and Benji. We love watching them play. They should never be disqualified unless they actually cheat. We'll jump in depth in that topic, guys, do not worry, but first we must take a look at today's patch notes because they were so good, one of the best in a very long time, and pro players are super happy with it. We're gonna jump into that real quick, guys, but be sure to stay till the end of the video if you are a console player. We have a big update on that situation. It's super exciting. For real though, guys, shout out to everybody who plays on a console. You guys are amazing, but now let's jump into the video because these patch notes are also amazing. Zexro tweeted this out about them. An actual good patch. Let's effing go. No bad changes and only one which was good. Mongraal tweeted this out about the patch notes. Positive patch. To be fair, even though only a couple of bug fixes. And now real quick, let's go ahead and go over them so you guys can get updated on the patch notes. What's new? Party Hub. Hang out with friends while you're on the go so the party never stops. See who's online, party up, and play together, or just voice chat. For a deeper dive on the Party Hub, read our frequently asked questions here. So this is actually really cool for a lot of you guys who maybe have school, work, or just, go out a lot. You can now download the Party Hub app, I believe, and you can talk and hang out with all your friends who are added on Fortnite. So I guess it's kind of like Discord, but now you don't really need Discord, you just need Fortnite, which is kind of cool. Now, obviously, that's not why the pro players are super hyped and think it's an awesome patch. The next thing in it is this. Weapons plus items, bug fixes. Resolved an issue involving the Star Wand and AC/DC pickaxes not doing the intended amount of damage. Because this issue has been resolved, these pickaxes have been re-enabled. For those of you guys who do not know, last week these pickaxes were doing like 56 damage per swing. It was completely broken, so that's great to see that they're fixed. But moving on now to the next update, this is the biggest one and most exciting for a lot of pro players. Gameplay. Final storm circles will no longer occur at the following locations in core and arena modes: Moisty Palms, Greasy Grove, Tilted Town, Retail Row, and Pressure Plant. Thank God, it's about time Epic listened to us about this. I think Tilted Town has been in the game for almost, 2 months? A month and a half at least? And they've had so many in-game zones there, whether it was in the Fortnite Championship Series or just in Pro Scrims. It was awful, and especially now, after they added in Prop Hunt and Moisty Palms, late games there were horrendous, and we even uploaded a video a couple days ago about Zexro and his trio literally losing out on $20,000 plus because of the prop hunt there in a late game. So it's awesome seeing them make this change. My only issue is that it just took them way too long. I wish Epic Games would listen to us sooner, like with the mechs and any other update that we've really hated. It takes them a while to respond and fix it, but eventually they do, which is good, and hopefully in the future they can improve upon this. But now let's move on to the last two updates, which are both bug fixes. Yes, guys, which is a little shocking. We just had an update basically full of bug fixes and no crazy updates. That's unreal. They resolved an issue in which the zip lines could give players an unintended effect. That's awesome. We've been waiting forever for the zip lines to come back, and yes, they have been re-enabled. Amazing. Moving on to the last one. When a player is eliminated, their damage towards the Storm Surge threshold will no longer be removed from their remaining teammates' total, which is a really good update for competitive play. And that's it, guys. That's the update, which, as mentioned, I am shocked. Epic Games actually dropped a patch that was all positive and no negative. crazy. I'm super excited about it. If you guys like this update, let me know down below by leaving a like and also commenting. Now, real quick, guys, before we jump into the crazy situation with Myth, don't forget you can get 30% off G Fuel right now, guys. Your entire order. It's an incredible deal. All you have to do is click the link down below in the description or use code Congarna in your checkout. It's such an amazing deal, guys. It only lasts for a few days. Check it out now. But now let's move on to the situation with Myth and where he thinks certain players should have to be removed from the Fortnite Championship Series. It's crazy. About an hour ago, Myth tweeted this out. These guys should have their Fortnite Championship Series spot forfeited, in my opinion. Being a top competitor isn't about DMing your opponent and threatening to sabotage their entire tournament. Now let's take a look at this tweet that Myth is responding to. It's by Hansen, who is qualified for the Fortnite Championship Series. He said, "Yo, you think they are nervous? LMAO. Full DM'd my whole trio, clown." And then in these screenshots, you can see him getting message requests from a guy named Sharp and another guy named Zunies saying, "Are you going block?" And then, "Are you going block this week in Fortnite Championship Series?" And he opened up the DMs. He said, "Yeah, why?" The Sharp guy responds and says, "Good luck." He says, "Alright." Then Hansen calls Sharp weird. Sharp responds and says, "Yes, sir, but we are being serious though. We will grief. There is not enough loot for 2 teams. And then Hansen responded and said, "You act like I give an F. Stop being weird." Then Sharp says, "But why fight off spawn though? I'm not being weird. I'm just stating that I don't want to fight off spawn." Hansen says, "No, you are not, LOL. Reread, but good luck." Zunies then says, "You go and block for sure?" Hansen replies, "Been going there for a while." Zunies says, "Me and my trio will grief dead ass, but good luck." And he says, "You are a weirdo." Then Sharp replies to this tweet and says, "Good luck getting top 8 when I will be taking the L on you and griefing the F out of you." So these guys clearly don't like each other, and they're going to be going to war in the Fortnite Championship Series, where there is tons of money on the line, which in my opinion is super exciting to see and hear about. And this is exactly what FaZe Sway thinks too. He responded to Myth saying, "This is actually funny, LOL. I like the trash talk. Now I want to see who actually will be the one dying off spawn between the 2 teams." Then Zexro even responded and he said, "I wouldn't DM, but I would do that," smiley face. And we all know the history with Zexro. If you've been following my channel for a long time, way back in February during the Katowice LAN in Europe, he had an issue with one of the Korean duos that were completely griefing him and he was just freaking out. So he's very familiar with people griefing each other's spots. And back then, I always said, it's a part of the game. It's something you have to get used to. So personally, I don't think any team should be disqualified or forfeited from the tournament because they are dropping on somebody else and W-keying them in order to have a drop spot all to themselves. It's part of the game. You can't enforce rules on how to play the game. Anyone is allowed to do anything as long as you're not cheating like Ziff or Ronaldo. Nor do I think anybody should be disqualified or forfeited for trash talking. It's a part of the game. And as Sway said, it just makes the event and the fights more exciting. Felix responded and he said, "Just kill them off spawn in customs and they'll change their spot." And I said, exactly. If you want your own drop spot, you have to earn it, and that's a way to earn it. And guess what? That's exactly what Zunies and his trio did. He posted this clip on Twitter from game 1 of Pro Scrims today where they cleaned him up at the block. Roll it.
No. Hold on, let's take that on him. Let's take that on. Pickaxe this kid. Pickaxe this kid. Free cash! Free cash! Wait, you got a clip, we got a collar now. Clip that.
So I responded to Myth and I said this: "No one should forfeit a spot for trash talking, LOL. Literally almost every pro is posting screenshots of their drops saying, 'Drop here and you'll get griefed / W keyed,' or any form of that. Sure, DMing is taken it a little bit further, but that's part of the game. There are no rules on how you should play." And just to show you guys proof that almost everybody is doing this, even the best and most known trios in the world, Benji Fishy said this on Twitter: Announcement for everyone in Heat 1. Metro, Mongraal, Benji Fishy claim this area. If you go anywhere near here, you will get W keyed, and then he added Mongraal and Metro. And then Mongraal even made his own post. He said, anyone who even comes near here in Heat 1 is getting effed at Benji Fishy and Mongraal. So clearly a lot of pro players are saying the same type of stuff all over Twitter, and they mean it. You think Mongraal's joking here? Anybody who even tries to touch him, he is going to rush. We have seen it in our recent videos. I've been covering a lot of highlights from his stream in the Fortnite Championship Series, and he has been going off, screaming, raging, freaking out about everybody who comes near him in retail. Let's just go ahead and roll a few examples because these clips are truly amazing.
Dead! 5 kills! Get the fuck out!
Your mic unplugged,
Oh, dog! Stop landing here! Dog players land here! How many times do I have to these kids every week?
Who was it?
I don't know, but there's dog. Dead! Let's go! Get the f my game!
Let's
Get my game! 100 pop this bitch!
So this is what I'm talking about, man. I love this excitement, the hype, the trash talk. It makes it so much more fun to watch. But anyways, Myth responded to me and he said, there are definitely rules on collusion though, clown. And I replied and I said, how are they colluding? By saying they will grief them if they drop near them? It's not like they're working together with another team. Again, literally half the trios has said they will grief any teams that drop on them in their heat. He replied and said in quotes, I'm not weird, I'm just stating I don't want to fight off spawn. This player is literally DMing another player so they can try to come to an agreement to not engage / approach the game differently than how they originally would. And I do understand where Myth is coming here. He says because it is a DM, it means more than just people going out in the public and saying stuff. But personally, I still don't see this as them attempting to collude or cheat. I see this as them straight up telling this guy, we will grief the F out of you and kill you over and over if you try to land on us. And obviously, everyone's motivation behind these tweets is so nobody lands where they go. They're all trying to get the same thing, a free drop spot. I mean, literally, look at this tweet that Sharp made. We got changed to Heat 3. But like I said from my last tweets, I don't care. I will grief the F out of you and your team and stay in Storm. Now, if somebody were to say that Sharp is a psycho, I would completely agree. He definitely is based off these tweets. But he is not cheating and he is not colluding in my opinion. That's it for this portion of the video, guys. Let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about the consoles, guys, because guess what? We are going to be inviting 10 of you guys who are console players to come play in a competition, and the winner of it will be on Kongarna and get a PC. We'll also probably give some other stuff away throughout this competition, but stay tuned, guys. Comment down below if you're a console player. Let me know where I can find your clips, and also drop a like on this video right now if you love the support for the console scene, guys. Don't forget to subscribe also. That's going to be the end of the video. I love you all so much. I'm out of here. Peace.